Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Hone Harawira.
Mr. Speaker, I'm happy to stand today in support of the Maori Trustee Amendment Bill for a number of very good reasons. One, because the bill deals with issues that have been the subject of successive reviews and considerable debate. Two, because it tidies up matters that have been contentious and controversial for many Maori for a very long time. Three, because the bill brings the long-standing review of the Maori Trustee to a conclusion. Four, because it helps set a more positive path forward for the Maori Trustee and the many Maori who have interests administered by the Trustee. And five, and also because by supporting the bill, I get to support the Honourable Dr. Peter Sharples, co-leader of the mighty Maori Party, who becomes the very first Minister of Maori Affairs, the very first Minister of Maori Affairs to present a bill in this House's 155-year history as a member of an independent Maori Party and as a member of the independent Maori Party itself, the parliamentary wing of Te Ao Māori. Mr. Speaker, the Maori Trustee has touched the lives of large numbers of Maori and their whānau since it was first established back in 1920 when it was then known as the Native Trustee. And it's had a checkered and not always popular history over the years, including the passing of the Maori Trustee Act in 1953, decades of massive social and economic upheaval for Maori, and the many policy changes affecting Maori land, like the 1993 Ture Whenua Māori Act, with its recognition of the importance of land to Maori. And the Maori Trustee has been publicly slated as well, like when it was roundly criticised in the Ngaitahu Report of 1991 for the successive failure of the Crown's appointed trustee to administer reserved land properly, including the failure of the trustee to consult with owners, failure to act as a prudent trustee, failure to take action to amalgamate land titles and develop lands, and failure to prevent land from being taken for public works. Or in the submission from Ngā Ruahine, which said that right from when it started, the Māori Trustee did no favours for Māori people, and in fact actually lost large tracts of Māori land through trustee mismanagement. So if I might say it, Mr. Speaker, this bill has been a long time coming. One feature of this bill, Mr. Speaker, is that it sets up the Maori Trustee as a standalone organisation, a proposal that had been widely supported by those making submissions, and the consultation hui held throughout the country in 2007 under the previous Minister of Māori Affairs. And the bill also addresses one of the key concerns repeated through many of the submissions, which is for the Maori Trustee to become more independent of the Crown, because while the Trustee was controlled by government departments, there would be very little accountability to Māori. In fact, 20 years ago, people were recommending that many of the functions of the Maori Trustee be devolved from the Department of Māori Affairs to Hapu and to Iwi, while others have also argued that if the Trustee were to continue, independent appointment and monitoring of the Maori Trustee would be critical to the credibility of the office. Currently, the job of Maori Trustee is given to a public servant employed by Te Puni Kōkiri, and I acknowledge the role that my whanaunga John Paki has played in steering the waka forward to this point. And as everyone in this House knows, there was some pretty dynamic debate around this issue all around the country and at Select Committee, with some submissions calling for beneficial owners to have a say in the appointment of the Maori Trustee. So it's great to know that under the new arrangement, with the Trustee being appointed directly by the Minister of Māori Affairs, that the Minister has already signalled a commitment to consult with beneficial owners about the appointment procedure and to ensure that their voices are included as part of the whole process. So big ups to the Minister, Mr. Speaker, for being willing to front, to listen and to be accountable to the very people who give the Trustee the power that it has. To hear the Minister give a commitment to working with owners of Māori land under the guardianship of the Maori Trustee and to revitalising the Maori Trustee's ability to provide good service to its beneficial owners. And given that the Maori Trustee looks after the interests of many owners who are not known or who can't be found or who have not succeeded to their land interests or may not even be aware that they can succeed or may not even know how, it's also good to know that the Minister will also be focusing energy on finding many of those owners to ensure that they are able to re-establish their links to their land and to receive the benefits to which they are entitled. Which brings me to another important aspect of this bill, Mr. Speaker, which is to change the way in which the returns on money held by the Maori Trustee are paid to the beneficial owners, so that instead of being specified by regulation, owners will get returns paid on a pro rata basis to that received by the trustee. Another plus for beneficial owners. And as a bonus, Mr. Speaker, it's really great to note that the historical debt to the Crown for the servicing of the Māori Trustee Office will also be written off. So a massive debt has also been wiped through this new bill. Another plus for the beneficial owners whose returns will not now be diminished by major debt servicing. Finally, Mr. Speaker, I note the new reporting arrangements for the Crown funding, which will ensure transparency and accountability for the funding and the services provided. Another plus for beneficial owners who will now have a clearer idea on future costs involved in the running of the Trustee's office. Mr. Speaker, this is a big bill. It's an important bill. It's a bill for Māori. And if managed well, it will also be a bill which will benefit all New Zealanders by providing more certainty to the operations of a major Māori financial support institution in times when uncertainty and insecurity are dominating influences in our world. Sure, there will always be areas which can be improved, and over time we hope to do so with the support of all Māori in this House. But this bill will provide certainty to the office and positive benefits to the beneficial owners. And importantly, Mr. Speaker, it will go down in history as the first bill ever presented to a New Zealand Parliament by a Minister of Māori Affairs representing an independent Māori voice in Parliament and an independent Māori party in the nation's House of Representatives. And for that, we can all be grateful and look ahead to bigger and better things. And for all those reasons, Mr. Speaker, the Māori Party will be supporting this bill. Tēnā tātou katoa.